Hello, my name is Zhatelier, welcome back for another episode of Valhalla Vanguard in Aurora 4X. And in previous episode we basically did the initial survey of our system. We still need to do the gravitational survey points here that are numbered. And then we will find the ways out of our solar system here. But of course we will need to get the jump engines and such to be able to leave here. So, first of all, we are not that far away from getting the jump point theory. Then what we could do is either start getting the jump point or jump engine technology, or first get the survey sensors and then get the engine technology. And I think the engine technology might be, or the survey sensor might be better to take first, because I mean, sure enough, it takes a while to research, but after that you don't need to worry about it. Right, and in production we are going to get the commercial shipyard in November. The research labs are going to take a while, but that is to be expected. It will speed up though, so it's not really an issue. Actually, also major terms. Hopefully we can get some of the surveys find more minerals here. Oh, there was a new officer and... oh, fair enough. But yeah, we'll see how much happens this episode. I mean... oh, jump point theory has been researched. I certainly hope that we can get the jump point research going on, but well, I can't promise that. Right, so let's actually get the survey sensors. It's actually only 2,000, so it doesn't take that long. We can research that in about 2 years with the current speed. Of course, we are going to get the better speed eventually. Actually, we are researching now, but it's taking a while. And we'll get another research lab in about a year. Fair enough, we're getting a bit more of the engines, although I don't know if we really need to get nuclear thermal engines. I mean, sure enough, they are useful, just they're not that great, in all honesty. But we're currently just waiting for the... oh, we got a new scientist, and we got some productions. Scientists, another defensive systems. Oh, lovely, that's a third one that we have of those. And then we got the commercial shipyard constructed, so we'll actually start expanding that right away, because we'll be going for... the standard size for our commercial ships will be 50,000 tons. That includes the freighters and colony ships and... tankers and fuel harvesters, asteroid miners and tugs, which will be mainly used for getting the fuel harvesters and such into where they need to be, because I'm not going to waste too much space on those for engines. But yeah, we'll start increasing that size. We could actually rename that to... colony and freight, because that's going to be the first one. Let's actually... we got a lot of these places, so there's underground... there could be a colony over here. It's a bit costly, but there could be. That's underground... let's actually have a look at the system view then. Because I do recall there was another one. Ah, it's this one, but there's no minerals in there. Ah, I mean, we could technically do a survey there if we want to, but... I don't know... oh yeah, Mir, we could technically colonize that. It's a bit toasty temperatures there. 2600 Celsius. The gravity is not terrible, I mean 1.6. It's a lot bigger than what our current is. I mean... hold on, actually our current one also has decent gravity, 1.24. But other than that, there's not really much in terms of here. There's... okay, that one is colonizable, yeah, and that was technically colonizable, but there's no minerals there. At least that we've found so far. We could technically set up just teams to go survey every single moon and planet and all that, which would technically increase their skill level quite a bit. At the same time, it's a lot of micromanaging. So I don't think it's necessarily worth it right now. I mean, if we have a huge deficit of minerals, then maybe, but even then, there's no guarantee that they'll find anything. But yeah, oh, team skill increased. Excellent, so their total rating is now 78. So hopefully they'll find something, but we'll go through all of them and then we'll send them to the Humir A1, which will hopefully yield a bit better resources, or the accessibility will rise. Hopefully. Right, so we got production, we got the engines built, and maintenance facility has been started. Because we do have a bit of a problem, we haven't been able to do maintenance on the longboat here, which... Speaking of which, yeah, I still haven't seen the comments. Probably the first episode where I may have seen the first comment is episode 7 or something like that, so just be patient, I will read the comments. Right, so yeah, we haven't been able to do maintenance in 2 years, and now the thing will probably start breaking down quite a bit, but at the same time, how long will it take to build the maintenance facilities? Actually quite a bit. So we should have started that a lot earlier, but at the same time, getting the spaceport, military academy and such are fairly decent in their priority. Oh, hold on. We got the... I didn't realize that we got the research completed as well. Right. We got more... I suppose we could get more of the energy weapons. Once again, now the thing is, what do we want the most? I mean, turret tracking speed is definitely a good thing. At the same time, we could start getting some of the missile technology already. Or maybe more of the... Okay, we could get jump drive efficiency, better reactors, or the engine powers. What I think I'll do is I'll get working on the max jump squadron size, because we do need to have the first tech, at least. We don't need to worry about it too much early on, but once we start fighting a lot of wars against the extragalactic invaders, then we may need to use the squadron transit, which will at least set us outside of the jump point a little bit. Right, so we'll create that. One lab. It's gonna take a while before it's researched, but we will need the research anyway, so might as well keep that. And the scientists might get some level ups there. Anyway, let's keep on going. I didn't realize that we are so close to the center of the solar system, or the star system here, which, to be fair, does track with the temperatures that we started. If you haven't checked the episode 0, that's where I did the terraforming to make this livable planet. Or more livable. It was livable, it was a bit toasty. Not quite as toasty as the A1, but okay, so we got the geological survey done. We started on maintenance supplies, and what we'll do is, since we are doing all of those, the next thing is completing the maintenance supplies. We are still getting the construction factories and mines and research labs. We'll get some deep space tracking stations. We'll get 4 of them to get the total to 5 on this planet. And then I think I'll start building some automated mines, like 25 of them. Because those are things that we can then transport to other planets. Without setting a colony, they will still mine there. They are of course more expensive than regular mines, but at the same time they are rather useful. Right, so we are still waiting a little bit. Okay, we got another officer with survey... Ooh, survey 15, so that might be useful in the survey team. And we added capacity in the colony and freight. Shipyard, we're going to add in another 10,000. We're going to go up to the 50,000, and then we will have to research a lot of things for the ships to be viable. But right now, since we don't have a huge amount of resources anywhere, we might not have to worry too much. And the freighters will not have jump engines, but the colony ships will have, so it's usually going to be a colony ship and a freighter moving as a team. And we will need to get the better engines soon, and maybe even the better armor, just for the second tier of vehicles. Or first tier for most of the vehicles, actually, all the ships, but we could get the jump engine size. You know what, we'll set up a one for researching the high density uranium armor. It's not the best person for the job, but he will get a decent bonus, because if it's the specialization that they have, then the bonus is quadrupled. So we'll get that going. And yeah, it's going to take 8 years right now. That's a fair bit. But anyway, let's keep on going. Team skill has increased once again, so it's now 83. They still haven't finished the survey of the planet that we sent them into, which is interesting. I certainly hope that they find more resources with a good accessibility there. But we'll see, But there is no asteroids here, so we can't use the asteroid miners in this system, which is a bit of an issue, but at the same time, while the civilians will be curtailed, it's not too bad. Because we will need to... Oh, yeah, that's the assignment. Some people were kicked out because they were not assigned for anything, and the ship count has been increased. And we'll give the shipyard once again another increase in size. So we're gonna have quite a few shipyards, and we will need a lot of shipping to bring the minerals back into Valhalla, because... Oh, another maintenance problem. How far away are we from... Okay, we got 2,200 tons is the maintenance capacity. We need it at 1,500 or 5,000 tons, which it is still going to take a while, but we're getting there. As long as the ship doesn't explode entirely, then we'll be fine. It might, of course, but we'll see. Right, so mining 35%, factory production 20%, wealth plus 10%, shipbuilding 20%, logistics 10%. So this is actually very good governor. And yeah, there's no point in me building another survey ship because it won't be able to do anything here, so we'll be saving the minerals and all that. I mean, honestly, what we could do is we could actually scrap the vehicle, or the longbow 1, and then we'll get the sensors and all that, and we'll make sure that it doesn't explode at least. And then what we can do is, because we're basically going to have to build a new one anyway with the jump engine and all that, so we'll just scrap the longboat. It's going to be taking a little bit of time, but it's not too bad. Get it done in December. And we'll get some of the parts back. I mean, we're going to see that we still have the engines and geological survey sensors in the stockpiles there. Which means that when we build the next one, at least we don't need to build the geological survey sensors. Basically everything else we might still have to, because it is entirely possible that we'll try to get the better engines soon. Oh, we got the geological survey sensors now. Excellent. Now we do want to get the jump drive efficiency up, so we'll give you the 4 engines, not engines, research labs. And yeah, so that's going to take a while. We'll actually probably put in the next... oh, we'll need to max jump radius. We'll queue that one up. And yeah, these two need more research labs, but we don't have any to give right now. It's going to take a whole while before the next research lab is built. But I think, yeah, around... Well, maybe not year 25, but around year 30 we'll probably double the research lab production. Just so that we can make sure that the research is increasing fast enough to keep up with the increased costs and all that. And be able to research more of the things that we need, because we are going to need a lot of research to be done in this. And relatively quickly at that. Ah, there we go, the ship has been scrapped. Got some minerals back, we got some of the... Well, actually no, we didn't get the minerals back, we did get the engines and the survey centers, and 1.78 million liters of fuel. Speaking of which, we got... Okay, 28.5 million liters. It's a decent one, it could be better, but at the same time... Actually, we do got a decent bit of thorium here still. And then we do have the gas giant that we can have a lot in. That will certainly help keeping our ships running. And the shipyard has been modified once again. We'll do the final expansion there, and then we don't need to worry about that. Of course, we haven't still designed the freighters and or the colony ships because we don't have the... what's it called? Cargo handling systems. So we will need to research that at some point. We haven't really had the... Oh, we got the maintenance supplies produced, then we started on the deep space tracking station. Let's have a look. Is there anything else that we need to... There's the automated mines queued up, okay. The maintenance facilities are still taking a while. About 2 years from now. But on the other hand, we don't have the ship there anymore that requires repairs urgently, so it's not too bad. We got 29 million fuel, 7,000 maintenance supplies. That will last us for a little while at least. Mass driver capacity is 25,000 tons per year. We'll probably send off some of those for the mining colonies that we'll have. But right now we don't have the freighters for that, and honestly, we'll get the jump drive efficiency, we'll get the max radius, and we'll see. I mean, we will be getting another research lab, well, 2 years now. Not quite that long, but almost. Actually, well, I suppose we can go with the 30-day increments for now. Don't think there's going to be that much important stuff going on. Ah, shipyard increased. Excellent. Right, let's actually have a look. Did we send the... geological team is still in here, isn't it? Yeah, it is. It has a skill of 83. They have not completed the survey. So they're just waiting there, really. And the population has increased to 420 million. So in about 18 years, a bit less than that, it's... well, it hasn't quite doubled yet, but in like... they're still growing pretty fast, at least, that's for sure. I'm gonna go with the 5-day increments, just in case that they finish the survey quicker, so we can send them to the next planet. Let's see, so... getting another few officers here and there, but there's not too much in that. I mean, there's not too much use... Oh, hold on. Oh, that was a scientist who had a medical problem, but they are not researching anything. Oh, did I actually... I didn't know that I had any researchers extra. Oh, missiles and kinetic weapons. Oh. That's going to be useful. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to focus a lot of gauss cannons for closed-in weapon systems. Mostly the launch or rate of fire and a few other things. Then we will probably... and technically we could get a railgun turret as well for the missile... well, the point defense purposes. I suppose that might actually even be better than the laser turret. Well, actually... I don't remember the... range for these. Well, we'll find that out eventually. I don't need the information right now. I can easily just check it from the wiki. But yeah, I was just thinking railgun turrets might be better than the laser turrets for the point defense purposes. but I'm gonna have to check which one has the longer range actually, because that does have a huge impact. Hold on. Right, so we had to switch to the headquarters person for surveying. Let me pause for a quick moment to get that one out of the way. But yeah, we'll be getting the... Oh, well, speak of the devil. I was going to say we'll be getting the research done soon. So we got the jump drive efficiency 4. I will want to get jump drive efficiency 5 before I do the jump engines. Just because the efficiency basically means that, especially for the military, for the civilians it's going to be a bit different. Essentially this efficiency means the same, it's just the numbers are going to be a bit different. So the jump drive efficiency 4 that we have right now means that our jump drive efficiency will need to be 1/4 of the capacity that they are designed to be jumping from one system to another, and 5 means that it's only going to be 1/5, so there's a 5% space that is saved for other stuff with the efficiency 5. So we will queue up that. Right, so research efficiency is still going to take a little while. It's going to be done in December next year. I might want to put in some other things here. Maybe... I mean, the sorghum harvester wouldn't be a bad one. We will need that sooner or later, and I'd rather have that sooner. At the same time, the shipyard operation costs. For retooling purposes, that might be required as well. So we'll put that, and then we'll put in the sorghum harvester. Then the armor, well, that's going to take a long while, and the max jump squadron size is going to take a long while, so we don't need to worry about that either. What about the productions here? The maintenance facilities are going to be completed next year. Deep space tracking is done in October, so we do have the automated mines there. We might want to put in some extra. We could build some infrastructure to be sent off to a colonizable planet at some point, but we don't need it right now. So what I think I'll do instead is I'll build gravitational survey sensors. We got the 24, so we'll build another 24 at speed of 20%. Yeah, we got 24, so we'll get another 24. That's enough for quite a few ships. We'll probably need it anyway, so it's most likely a good idea. And the reason why you want to build the components that you can with your industry instead of your shipyards is that it will save up a lot of time for the shipyards. It will not make it instant, but it will certainly help, especially if you do the engines and the sensors and such beforehand. It will save you a lot of time. Now we got deep space tracking stations. We started on the automated mines. Excellent. New administrator. But yeah, soon we will be traveling to other systems. Well, I say soon, but I mean in maybe 5 years' time. We can probably even once we design the jump engines, we can produce those as well with the industry to save up even more time, because those are usually rather big. Oh, we got another research lab. Let's have a look. Where should we assign that? I'm actually going to assign it to the... well, no. Start researching some of the missiles so we can level up the scientists there. We'll start with the warhead strength, I think. We're gonna have to get at least a strength of 4 before the missiles are a viable option. What I'll probably do is I'll have a few different sizes of missiles. I'll have size of 1 for the anti-missile missiles, then I'll have size 3 for a small missile that will be rather quick and it will do a little bit damage. It's going to do about 4 points of damage, which is the optimal for missiles of certain size. Missile sizes, or the damage that you want to do is the first is 1. It's basically this squared. So the second tier is 4, and third is 9, and so forth. 4 is 16. That's basically the levels that you want to go with. So that's so we'll have the size 3 missile, which will be doing 4 damage, and then we'll have size 6 missile, which will be doing 9 damage. And what we'll probably do is for each missile ship we'll have maybe 2 launchers for the anti-missile missiles, then we'll have maybe 1 launcher for the size 3 and another launcher for the size 6. There's going to be a lot of launchers, but I think that will still be useful. Or viable option. Right. But we are actually out of time for this episode. So, if you enjoyed this, please have a like, comment, subscribe if you haven't already. Also check out the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching, and until next time, bye bye.